What the hell is a shim?
I mean, we have no idea if God's a she or a he, do we?
I don't know about you, but I was brought up as a Christian with Christian values, whatever that means, and even attended a prestigious Catholic school in Sydney. I had to endure the pain of sitting through Christian or Bible studies at least 3 times a week. I was so confused. I didn't know whether I should turn the other cheek or it was an eye for an eye. And I never understood the prayers that I had to recite every morning, like, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Seriously, who speaks like that? And does that mean our Father's name is hallowed? So confusing. I used to have to go to church every Sunday. Rudy, I noticed you never joined us in genuflecting, kneeling, or eating the body of Christ with me. I must have listened to the sermons, as I still adopt some of the Christian values. Not all, but some. When it comes to the big fella, I'm not sure whether I am an atheist, agnostic, a non-believer, and to be frank with you, I actually don't need persuading or convincing. It's like trying to convince me that the earth is flat, or that climate change is a real thing, or that you identify as LGBTIQ RSVP A to Z, or that the big fella is gender neutral.
I have no idea where Shim's gonna take me, Fiona.
Who?
Shim.
What the hell is a shim?
I mean, we have no idea if God's a she or a he, do we?
Oh. Shim.
All I care is if you treat me well, we can share Santa's knee at Christmas. And if you don't treat me well, be ready for a Chinese burn. Hang on, did I say the big fella is gender neutral? Well, just listen to this nonsense. Catholic schoolgirls are being taught that God is gender neutral and are banned from using the words Lord, Father, and Son in prayers. Ah, but it's okay that you have schoolgirls and not schoolwomen. See what I did there? There are a number of elite Catholic schools in Brisbane that are making moves to teach their students to use inclusive language when referring to God. As soon as you hear the word inclusive, you know it's going to be at the expense of excluding someone. Oh, let's have more women pilots and exclude the best person for the job. You know, that sort of thing. I have to go off tangent here for a moment. My ADHD has kicked in. If you want inclusivity, then let's have it. All or nothing. No more Olympic Games. Just one game. And let's just call it the Inclusivity Games. Stay with me. How cool would these games be? I mean, firstly, let's just get rid of the useless Commonwealth Games, as it's not inclusive of the non-Commonwealth nations. The only reason we have the Commonwealth Games is that Australia has a chance of winning something. And New Zealand. And the UK. And everyone else. G-Mann's Inclusivity Games means men will compete with women, clean athletes will compete with those who choose to take drugs, the flyweight will compete against the heavyweights, and the amputee will compete against the able-bodied. To add to that, Big Darren from last week's story can compete in the ribbon gymnastics. Everyone is included. That means a drug-fueled obese white woman aged 13 from Nauru will compete against Usain Bolt in the 100-metre dash. Now that's a sport G-Mann will tune in to watch. ANYHOOOO, top schools in Brisbane including All Hallows, Stuart Home, Loreto College and Stuart Home Schools are leading a push towards a feminist interpretation of the Christian Bible. Students at Stuart Home Schools in Brisbane's inner city, which charges upwards of $40,000 a year, are taught to use the word Godself instead of himself.
As we believe God is neither male or female, Stuart Home tries to use gender-neutral terms in prayers so that our community deepens their understanding of who God is for them, how God reveals God's self through creation, our relationships with others, and the person of Jesus.
A spokeswoman told the Sunday Mail. Oh, so it's spokeswoman now, not spokesperson or spokeswoman. Loretto College in Coorparoo has taken the word Lord from their prayers as it is a male term. The school's principal, Kim Wickham, said prayers written for use within the college didn't assign God as a gender. Ms. Wickham, of course you are, said the school had a commitment to inclusive language, but admitted there were instances where gendered language is appropriate. You mean like Lord? St Rita's College, Clayfield, tries to use gender-neutral terms, but for traditional prayers still uses gendered language. Sensible. Carry on. The assistant principal, Richard Roguz, said context is important and helps decide what language is appropriate. The Catholic Office for the Participation of Women, Director Andrea Dean, told the publication that she was thrilled and it was terrific schools were moving towards inclusive language. Oh, Andrea is thrilled and says it is terrific. You're just like an emoji. You sound ridiculous. The Queensland Catholic Education Commission does not provide guidelines for what language is appropriate, but the Australian Catholic Bishops' Conference did suggest schools use gender-neutral terms where appropriate. Brisbane's top Catholic boys' school, St Joseph's College, has replaced the term brothers with sisters and brothers, and brotherhood with international community. Yeah, but St Joseph's, what if the brothers are trans or identify as non-binary? Huh?
This has been an area of growth for us in recent times.
A spokesman told the Sunday Times. So you use the term spokesman here. See, spokeswoman, spokesman, you can't even get it right yourself. You can't even say spokesperson or We have made changes to a number of prayers to be more gender inclusive. Oh, I can hear it now. Our gender-neutral God self, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. You're all ridiculous. Stop it. I'd love to know what you think about my all-inclusive games and adopting a gender-neutral approach to the big fella. Sorry, the big non-binary entity. Am I allowed to say big? Tall challenged, weight challenged, height challenged. Like I said, I don't care. Knock yourself out. I have more things to worry about, like buying another bottle of Ardbeg. As usual, like, comment, share, delete, downvote, or spread your hate. Do what you got to do. Now go away and say a prayer for your family and climate change. I'm Gerald Pauschmann for The Point TV. Cheers, Rudy.